Punggol Condo can buy or bye. Hello everyone, I'm very excited today because I finally landed at Punggol to do my buy or bye series. A few of my subscribers have asked me to do a detailed study to cover the condominiums in this area. Before I embark on my study, I'm equally curious about which condominium will outperform and which condominium will underperform. Will it be those that are nearer to the MRT station that will make the most money? Or will it be those that are far-flung ulu condominiums at the extreme end of Punggol that you will never ever consider? Hi, my name is Alan from Alan Property. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's discussion, I will cover 13 condominiums in Punggol through my 7 km run on New Year's Eve. I will cover both ECs and condominiums as well as the only integrated development above Waterway Point. I will only compare transactions that measure 1,000 to 1,400 square feet, which cover mainly 3 and 4 bedrooms. I will only use data for the most recent 20 transactions and compare them from launch day to 2022. The purpose of this comparison is to find out which condo has outperformed and which condo has underperformed. Let us dive straight into it. Firstly, I started off my run near Punggol MRT, and next to it is Waterway Point. Waterway Point is an integrated development that comprises a popular mall and a condominium known as Watertown. Watertown is a 99 years leasehold development that comprises a mixture of 1 to 4 bedrooms and TOP in 2017. Anyway, all the condominiums in our discussion are on 99 years leasehold tenure. The next condo opposite Punggol MRT is a Treasure Trove. Treasure Trove is a private condominium with 882 units and TOP in 2015. It also has a conservation clubhouse which is also known as the Mitarada House. As I run further downwards to Punggol GRC, I'm greeted by MP Sun Xueling. Here, Twin Waterfall is an EC with 728 units. It TOP in 2015 and comprise mainly 3 to 4 bedrooms units. Ecopolitan is also an EC with 512 units and TOP in 2016. It comprises mainly 3 to 5 bedroom units and is located at the end of Punggol Walk. As I run along Punggol Field, Prive is one of the pioneer EC in Punggol. It was completed in 2013 and comprised 3 to 4 bedrooms units. It is 15 walking distance to Punggol MRT station. I struggled to run under the afternoon sun and finally reached Edgedale Plains. This part of Punggol is a little far for me. However, there is Waterwood EC which TOP in 2016. There are 383 units and mainly 3 to 5 bedrooms apartment. Next to Waterwoods is Flo Residences, which is also a private condominium. Flo has 530 units and TOP in 2016. It is situated near the KPE exit along Punggol East. As I run towards Punggol Drive, I saw this empty piece of land that reminds me of something happening that occurred here in the 2011 watershed election. For those that wonder how come Punggol and the rest of Singapore suddenly have hawker centers after so many years, they will have to thank those voters that dare to vote for change back then. Finally, I arrived at RiverParc Residences. RiverParc is an EC with 504 units and TOP in 2014. It is also located at the extreme east side of Punggol. Next, the Terrace is another EC with 747 units. It TOP in 2017 and mainly have 3 to 5 bedrooms apartments. As I run, I saw Amore. Seriously, I find this condo name a little out of place in Punggol. Nevertheless, this EC is completed in 2016 and have 2 to 5 bedrooms units. This is a small development with just 378 units. As I turn towards Punggol Central, I'm greeted by River House, which is a private condominium built in 2015. There are 610 units with 1 to 4 bedrooms apartments. The next condo is Waterbay EC, which TOP in 2016. Waterbay is another small EC with 383 units of 2 to 5 bedrooms apartments. Lastly, I passed Parc Centros, which is another private condominium with 618 units. It TOP in 2013 and is 15 walking distance to Punggol MRT station. Here we go, a brief introduction of the 13 condominiums. As usual, I've done most of the heavy lifting for you. Let me rank the condominiums that have the highest capital gain of between 50 to 64% since launch. These condominiums that outperform are Prive, Twin Waterfall, RiverParc Residences, the Terrace, Waterbay, and the Amore. Anyway, all of them are easy. If we compare it against the annualized return, the Terrace and the Amore did extremely well. The higher the annualized returns means the seller profited the most in the shortest possible time. The remaining condos that perform well with a decent return of 35 to 43% are Waterwood, Treasure Trove, RiverParc, Ecopolitan, and Parc Centros. Interestingly, Ecopolitan, which is an EC, fare almost the same level as its private condominium peers. How can that be? What really happened? Well, we will come back to this in part 2 of this video. The worst performing condominiums are surprisingly Watertown and Flo Residences. Watertown was launched at 1179 PSF back in 2012 and the resale value is 1457 PSF in 2022. This means that price for the 3 and 4 bedrooms have increased by only 24%. Frankly, this looks decent, but if we compare it against the rest of the condominiums in Punggol, I think this mixed development should do better. Is developer profit margin theory at play here? Next, Flo Residences also did poorly at 22%. When it was first launched in 2012, it was selling for 839 PSF. Today, the price is hovering around 1000 PSF. I've never been to Flo Residences, so I cannot comment much. Maybe those that stay in Flo Residences can share more light with me. But on another point, Flo seems to be undervalued as it is currently transacting at only 1000 PSF. Don't say I never share lobang in this video review. So what can we conclude here? Firstly, most EC outperform and make capital gains more than private condominiums, as EC is considered a subsidized asset class for first-time buyers and HDB upgraders. It's a no-brainer to buy EC, I feel. Secondly, if they are both EC and private condominium in the same area, most EC will outperform private condominium in the long term. We can witness such trends such as Tampines Trillion versus the Glades in the east. Thirdly, appealing private condominiums such as Treasure Trove did well mainly because of its proximity to Punggol MRT station, plus the improvement in Punggol town over the years. On the other hand, private condos such as Parc Centros and RiverParc did well in the face of competition from cheaper EC. Fourthly, this is not true to say that condominiums in an integrated development will outperform a typical condominium. What kind of data are they comparing? The data has clearly shown that Watertown only achieved a 24% return in comparison to a 42% return for Treasure Trove, which is also another private condo just across the street. Moreover, they are launched at about the same time. Fifthly, there is no strong evidence that buying near Punggol MRT will outperform. In fact, most of the condos that outperform are located away from the MRT station. The Terrace and the Amore are located in Ulu part of Punggol. Lastly, it is almost impossible to tell which are EC and which are private condo from the outside. In fact, EC prices have risen to be in line with private condo price in the resale market. This has further justified that buying an EC is like buying a BTO flat. You share what and own here. By the way, appreciate if you can click the like and subscribe button if you feel you have benefited from this sharing. That is all I have for this part 1 series of Punggol Condo. In part 2, I will discuss the developer profit margin theory and how it will affect the return of the 13 condominiums. In addition, I will discuss if it is worthwhile buying those TOP condos and flip them for a quick profit. Stay tuned and see you in part 2.